I honestly didn't even look at the icon up there. Her face does look a little shallow. That's the only, like, real problem I have with it. But of course, I've lived places with... I've lived in Oklahoma, let's put it that way. And just put it nicely. And there are people with that facial issue. Let's see, Act 1 Merc. Okay. Maybe 6 times L rune phase blade will be the meta in Resurrected. And I mean, I could make one. It's not a difficult thing to make, but I have seen dumber. I think it'd be hilarious to have, like, a Wirt's leg run. Everyone just gets a Wirt's leg to start out and then see who can beat the game first just using the Wirt's leg. Oh, we got Ith and Eth. So if we do get one of those L runes... They didn't improve the Mercenary AI. They did not improve the Mercenary AI. I'm sorry. That just kind of caught me off guard there. That the Mercenary just did that. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that. Throw that down there. We already got like about 3,000 there. And there is still a limit on the displayables. Which is a little bit weird too.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's see. I actually prefer the one that we have, but that'll sell for an okay amount. Have a good night, Donku. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Resurrect her. Identify all my garbage. Let's see what we have going on here. 80 gold there. I am going to keep the runes. I'm really afraid to leave the game, though. Do I think I'm going to be using jewels for crafting in this? I don't think so. But we might. The only thing this has over this is attack speed. So I think we're going to stick with this. Stick with the cold damage. Stick with what we know. Or we can go with fire damage onwards. So we'll throw those in. Gems over... Actually, it does work. Yes. I had forgotten they were going to include that. Basic control shift to send all your stuff over to the other side. So sell you. We're going to go ahead and sell those. I'm going to forget to use them anyway. Hey, Adub. How's it going? Oh, Scythe Sagan said goodnight. Oh, good night, Scythe. Dexa, if you're playing on the European server, try going to the American server. It's level 12. I'm only level 9. Yes, beta, right? The early access beta is pre-order only. I use big air quotes on only. I guarantee you there's press copies out there. But I highly doubt it's going to be, you know... Let's go ahead and trade that. Oh, it's... Oh, yeah, we just sold those. Never mind. Derp. You can get copies on Twitch, yes. Through drops. I don't know who has access to them. I don't on my Twitch channel. Otherwise, I would have possibly streamed over there a bit more, but it didn't show up in my like options for drops. So I was like, no, I'm going to stream on YouTube, where everybody is already watching the Diablo 2s. And yes, I am coming back down here. Mainly because I want these. And I forgot to sell the axe. It's fine. Might end up using the axe. How much damage does it do? Load time on that, a little bit rough. Excuse me. Twitch drops give access. Yeah. I don't know how long you have to watch to get the Twitch drop, though. I'm doing fine over here on the YouTube thing. I'm learning how to stream on YouTube, too, because I'll be streaming on YouTube here, and there's one other channel I'll be streaming to YouTube relatively soon. It's not related to gaming, so you guys don't have to worry about it. But, yeah. It's nice practice on that. So, anyway, did we really not... We really did not get the Black Marsh waypoint. Dag nabbit. Well, at least we have a high-level Holy Fire. And the corpses are lingering. I have to say, that's not something I was expecting. I was expecting them to decay like they did in Diablo 2, the old version, but they don't. They linger. They are like the bad fart corpses. 2.5 hours to get access? Well, I guarantee you, I wager Llama's streaming over there already, especially with his broken ankle. So I wager there are going to be several hundred people, if not 1,000 or so, getting that access right at that 2.5 hour mark off of his channel. So it is what it is, because that's what it is. Speaking of which, I should, before I forget, pop that out over there. Oh, it does announce it on there. Sweet. There we go. I forgot to mention it on that I was streaming on Discord, and turns out it did it for me. I picked up on this. 6K when you left? Okay. Yeah, most of his audience is Twitch. Most of my audience is YouTube. So I think I have like 200 something followers on Twitch. That's less than the concurrent viewers he usually has on his Twitch channel. Dobrunsky does too? Okay. I mean, I personally would rather people stay here and chat, but if you want to get the drops, check it out on Twitch. I'll check later if they've allowed me to get it on there, and if they have, maybe I'll do a day of streaming on Twitch just so people can get the drops on there, so they can get access to the beta through my channel for a bit. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to try out the game and see what kind of stuff they have. Eagle Orb. Maybe I should... No, I'm not going to go Sorceress right away. Sorceress is like the last thing on my list of things to try. I already know what the Sorceress is going to be like, so... Same here. Believe it or not, I do like smaller chats so I can keep track of everything. That's one thing that I kind of miss about the comments. Because the way it's gotten now, YouTube does not notify me about like 80% of the comments. So if I miss someone's comment, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. It's just what it does. Ah, you have the stream in another tab. That's a good way to do it. Worth noting, if you are trying to get drops on Twitch, yes, be in the stream, but I wager it has the same requirements as counting as a viewer, an active viewer on there, which means you have to have the audio level on the actual player up. You can mute the tab. You just have to have the actual audio thing up on it, so you have to have it above 0%. So, and shift clicking on those still works. Sweet. And we're going to have to do this again. This is getting more and more frequent. And it's confusing me. But I'm 100% leaving the controller plugged in so I don't have to spend more than half a second with it lagging. I wonder if they're having that same kind of lagging issue every now and then too. But I'll check out their VODs later. It'll be fine. As far as the VOD of this... I'll have it on a publicly available playlist, but the actual stream will be unlisted. So if you actually miss something or want to check out like earlier areas to see how they look, or if we zoom in like this and you actually want to see some of that detail, oh yeah, they have got the grins going on. You can actually check it out then. I can't promise that it works that way, but if it works anything like their active viewer thing on there, they were having issues with people. I was part of the problem on this because I would do it for my friends, but people leaving the players running and setting the volume to 0. Oh, hey, we got our first unique. Da 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 da. Bonk. It's not bad. It's got knockback though, which is one thing I really hate. But I would wager the drops function in a similar way. But I used to leave 2 or 3 streams open for my friends while they were doing like their marathons and stuff like that, on mute while I was doing other work and stuff like that, so that they would get the extra viewer credit, and they ended up changing it to where that doesn't work anymore. That said, muted tabs do work. Just because, one, she's not really worth it. The question is, why am I waiting to do Bloodraven? Frankly, I don't care about Bloodraven. But also, she's kind of like the Butcher in the original Diablo, where she's supposed to be a difficulty check. And technically, I could go just almost one-shot her right now.
Even the light
Yep.
cannot pierce this gloom.
Which is just straight up harder than other enemies at that point. Because usually you're reaching her around level 4. I wouldn't bother with her until like level 6 at the earliest. And yes, we're like level 10. It's fine. And I always forget which direction is which on this. But we can go kill her. And it does look like it's got layered something or other going on with the graphics. And why am I doing that? I have Cain. I rescued Cain. And frankly, I find Bloodraven to be more irritating than Griswold as far as difficulty goes. Let's see. +2 strength, +1 strength. Nope. Neither of those are better than resists. Resists are God, by the way. Our Lord and Savior resistances. Okay, that's going to go in there. We're going to throw those. And actually, I'm going to have to get used to that. It's a control click to send it over. And I'll end up putting gold in the wrong one at least 95 million times. Yes, I have played Project Diablo 2. I liked Season 1. I liked Season 2. I'm not 100% behind Season 3. And I always forget. This one's, I think, straight. What's bad is I'm working on a pathfinding guide right now, and I don't remember this one. It's because with guides, I actually have notes. Yeah, Bloodraven's the first level check. The next one you really... I mean, sort of the Smith can be, depending on, like... Oh, geez. Depending on where you're at. And thank you for reminding me. I forgot to go and do that. I think she was down, wasn't she? Yeah, she was down. But... yeah, Bloodraven's like the first level check you'll run into. She's kind of like a damage check almost. Because if you can't do enough damage, you're not going to be able to kill her very fast, and she's going to murder your face. And her swarms will deal with you as well. Whereas the Smith is just kind of like, he's your first tanky boy. And then after that, Endariel. Because I'm just kind of going through relax is the reason why I don't keep potions in my inventory. They're just basically money for me. And since I'm going through in a relaxed manner, I'm going to get enough potions that I don't really have to worry about anything. And I'm not really pushing myself to go above my level. Because we can only get to Act 2. I might as well savor this while I can. That said, Bloodraven, you got a look about you. She looks a lot more like the rogue now, which is a good thing. Because for those of you that don't know, Bloodraven is the rogue from Diablo 1. I have not gotten... oh, you mean pattern as in how to find the right way? No. The Arcane Sanctuary does not have a pattern. So we just nuke everything, don't we? Yeah. It's kind of sad. But as you can see, we're just getting plenty of potions. By the way, if you're having trouble launching the game, definitely try the US or the Asia servers. From what I can tell from chat, pretty much everyone who's been having issues getting on have been going through the European servers. So, I mean, it's not good, but it's better. We are going to be so prepared for Act 2. Holy crap. Yeah, I want that. So we turned to Kostya for a reward. I might as well just town portal. We have waypoints. Yep, the Act 2 summoner is the mage, and Diablo is, well, yeah, the warrior. Unfortunately, the Sierra expansion that was released doesn't actually have any kind of canon going with it. So you can't really go with that one. So deposit that. Here, let's pull that out. There we go. We'll transfer it into there after.
Greetings.
So yeah, the barbarian and the monk don't technically have... They don't have a home in this. Not sure I like the look of those. But yeah, chain gloves do look derpy in real life anyway. I do want to do one thing real quick.
What you need?
We'll gamble on that. I mean, that is the main... No. Oh. That is good. As soon as Diablo 2 Resurrected releases, 100% going to be doing a gambling video. Because of that right there. I love that. D2R Beta. It is out on every platform except Nintendo Switch. I think there's some issues between them and Nintendo. Which is kind of funny to me. Because, yeah. I actually think down is the right way for this, but I could be wrong. But it strikes me as funny because Nintendo was part of the reason why they didn't go into consoles with Diablo 2. Their Nintendo releases on the N64 flopped hard. So they kind of just cut off their losses there and went on into... At least that's what it looks like from the outside. Because that was right when they stopped doing console stuff. Because they even did Diablo 1 on console. And you can see why this is such an egregiously overpowered build, by the way. We literally just walk through and things die. But yeah, everything except for Nintendo Switch has access. If you pre-ordered on any of the platforms, you should be able to get on. There are different requirements. Like on PC, as long as you pre-ordered and you can log into your Blizzard account, you're good to go. But I can't remember which PlayStation and Xbox things need their premium service to actually access the online stuff. So if you don't have like Xbox Gold, it could be a problem. But I can't remember if that's for the beta or if that's for the finished one or if that's for what. Okay, so we've got a boss mob there with Holy Freeze. You do need to treat it with some respect, because it will suck if it actually gets a good whack on me. Because it's basically the same thing I am right now, except cold. Thankfully, we did have the cold shrine, so... Why am I forgetting that auto picks up now? Grab that. The Diablo 1 PlayStation 1 thing did feel a little bit weird. I actually prefer it over the original. I know that's going to sound really stupid, but I preferred playing it on PlayStation 1.